Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? So, it's that time again. As I usually say, that time of the month again. Not that time of the month, but it's the time of the month where I do empties from the month before. So, these are the empties for August of 2025. It's actually quite a lot. Some things are things that I've talked about before in other empties videos, and some things are things I are kind of new. Some things I've tried and tried smaller bottles and travel sizes, and sometimes there's like new products. So, and some things overall I like pretty much everything that I used, and definitely would buy again, maybe with just a few exceptions. So, okay, let's get started. Okay, so I just used up the just finished off at the end of the month was the Disney Princess Belle Bath and Body. This was one of my favorites. It was surprising because I did not think I'd like many of the Disney scents. And this had a warm, let's see. It did have was a floral, but it was mixed rose petal, sparkling buttercup, and with vanilla. So it was like a warm floral. And I don't usually like florals, but this was something. It was like a spicy, warm, and like exactly what they said, vanilla mixed with the rose, and it was a great combo. A great combo. I highly recommend if I don't even know if they still have it. I've actually been a very good girl. I have stayed out of Bath and Body Works since my last haul. It's so tempting though. I heard they already brought the Halloween stuff in. I heard they've already got holiday, already got a lot of things, and I'm just waiting till I get to the very close to like the end of my last one, and then I'm gonna go and I'll buy a bunch of stuff. But I've been trying to be very good and hold back. Okay, so this was excellent. This was definitely a yes. Okay, so Senses Cozy Vanilla and Coconut. This is from my Avon website. This is, I think we still have them on sale. This was part of the whole Cozy Vanilla and Coconut collection, which is one of my favorites. I wish they were keeping it. I'm hoping they bring back, bring a new warm scent for the holidays. But this one was going on for, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, and this was so good. It was so good. But it's in the clearance section, which means they are discontinuing it. So while it's still there, if you're a fan of vanilla, or coconut, or the sweet blend of vanilla and coconut, this is a great hand wash. It lasts a long time in the bathroom, as well as it's a great container to use. It's just a really good pump. Good pump and everything. Okay, so moisture therapy hand cream. I use this like crazy. I use this not just as a hand cream. I use this on my cuticles. I use this on my feet. I even put it in smaller little travel size jars, and I have it throughout my house as well as in my purse, even a smaller one in my purse in my makeup bag. Um, I also have the lighter one, which is a little jar that's a moisturizer that I use, or I mix this in with the moisturizer. Then they came out with an intensive, which I still have. An intensive is a little creamier, and this is more like, here, I'll show you. It's more like, and I see already have another tube lined up, because this is, see how thick that is? It is so thick, it's unscented. This is a top seller, especially with men who work outside, who work with their hands, who are in a lot of, like, especially like me, I'm in chemicals a lot. Even though I'm wearing gloves, the gloves are doing a lot of hand washing. Ever since the pandemic, look at how it goes on. It goes on really creamy. It does have a little bit of white cast as you work it in, and then it goes away. Okay? And it is excellent. And it's so smooth, and it feels, I've never seen anything like it. in years. In the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, there was a hand cream that was like a first aid type of hand cream, and that came close to how rich and that was a drugstore product, but I've never been able to find that ever again. But this is one of those tried and true, fragrance free, and I'll just show you the more intensive. Well, they're all intensive, but this is intensive healing and repair, the blue, and Hydro Boost technology, and then this one is the all over rescue balm. Okay, and it just goes on a little bit creamier and richer, and you can see how it's shiny. It's got a little bit, I think, a little bit more oil, something. It's a little goes on. It spreads a little easier, but they're so good. It's so excellent, and like I said, fragrance free. Okay, I use it often. I use it almost like as my main moisturizer for everything. This is like a secret. I also use it on my eyes a lot. This is just like excellent, 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 excellent moisturizer. And especially if you're outdoors or spend a lot of time just doing anything that will dry your skin out, or if you have dry skin, I highly recommend it. So this, I mean, when I finally complete a full tube and I squeeze, you know, it lasts each tube lasts a long time, and that means I have used it a lot. Okay, so the Sebastian Dark Oil Silkening Mist. Now this was a professional hair care product. This was I've been looking for a certain type of shine spray, and I may just end up getting the bedhead, and I know that their bedhead one gives me the look, but I don't like the smell. So I was hoping, because I like a lot of products that'll say dark oil, that'll have, or might have argan oil, Moroccan oil, whatever, and I usually like that. This was okay smell wise, but shine wise, it didn't give me quite the really sleek, shiny look that I was looking for. Even though it says it's a shine spray, that's different. Okay, a lot of people don't realize there are hair sprays. Okay, that have hold that we think of that hold the hair. Okay, then there are spray-on conditioners. Yes, that is a spray you spray on the hair, but that's what you put in when it's wet. Then, after you've styled everything and you've even put in the high hold, you spray on a little bit of shine spray to help make the hair shinier. Now, some hairsprays that have hold that we know as, quote, hairspray, those, some have shine in them too, but I haven't found one that has high shine and high hold, because if it has high shine, it usually doesn't have as much hold, because what makes the shine kind of like weighs it down a little bit, and you can't have the two types of properties together. Um, Successfully, I have found. So it's either hairspray with high hold that kind of gives it a little bit of a dullness, or a shine spray. There was a hairspray that had a nice shine to it. The Chi hairspray that I've shown before, that's pretty good. That has a pretty good hold. Pretty good. It's more like more shine. But and then there was one that I used that was from this other line that was from Sally's that has since been phased out. So that's gone. And I think the actual brand Moroccan Royal Hairspray is pretty good. Then there was a bedhead one that wasn't. There's a shine spray that has a smell that I don't care for, but has good shine. But then they have a hardhead hairspray, which had pretty good shine and hold, which I just bought 2 cans of to use at the salon. I think they changed the formula because it's so disappointing. It doesn't have the hold that it used to have, and shine is okay. It ends up weighing my hair down. This is actually the second day on curling, and this is from using just like Aussie, as well as Garnier hairspray from the drugstore, which a lot of people criticize. I've done a wedding where people were like, "You're using drugstore hairspray?" Because a lot of times people will see beauty people, if they're using something that's commercial, they'll be criticizing us for using things that are commercial as opposed to not using something that's professional. And I'm like, hey, if this is the hold, this will hold up through the whole wedding, the whole party, the whole thing. This has good hold. This gives me the shine. This gives me everything that I'm looking for in a hairspray. So unfortunately, there are a lot of hairsprays that don't do both anymore, and I don't know why. So I keep going through different hairsprays and different shine spray. This one was just okay, and but the smell was not that great either. So there's a lot. It can be confusing, but if you're in the beauty business, you know what I'm talking about. That's the only thing I can say, because there's different things for different purposes. Like, see right here where my hair is, like, this is where it kind of got, like, I was sweating a little bit, and this is where it starts to get a little fuzzy. It's not as shiny as right here. If I had a full can of some good shine spray right now, I would hit it with the shine spray. That way it would give me a little bit of shine, because I don't need the hold, because I've got the hairstyle already is already holding. So that way you don't, like, put extra sticky products like sticky hairsprays on your hair for shine. You're putting a shine spray on. So that's why. And so, like, with my hair that's very sensitive, that like gets frizzy easily, shine spray is an excellent product because it can give you you can, like, have, like, a little more separation, have some shine, kind of brings some life back into it without adding heavy lacquer type of product, which a hairspray that's a finishing, that has a hold, would add to it. Okay, that's what. So, okay. All right, so there is, okay, I just recently did the Snooki shop a couple weeks ago with the unboxing, and this was in there, and this was excellent. This was their moisturizing body wash, and it was with the super tan. So I didn't notice any kind of a glow, like it said, but it had a really nice scent, and very moisturizing, and I guess it goes with her tanning line that she sells, and I think it's like where she has a tanning company that helps sponsor her and helps put her name on the products. But it's very cute. It's got the little leopard print, and it's a great little travel. I don't know how long she's going to keep it on her website. I don't know. I got it on sale. Very cute and excellent. So, all right. Oh, another Bath and Body Work product, frosted, frosted, frosted coconut snowball. This was from last winter, but I got it on sale. And it was the scent of frosted coconut, North Pole vanilla, winter freesia, snow-kissed woods, and spun sugar. So you can totally tell by the names of what they're calling their fragrance notes. It's from last holiday season, and this was excellent. This was one of the ones. It still has a. Oh, it smells so fantastic. It has this lovely coconut scent. This is actually what I want the beachy coconut to smell like, but for whatever reason, theirs does not have. There's at the beach that they have. It's okay, but this is what their at the beach should smell like. It has this wonderful warm coconut smell, and with it's the mix of the vanilla and the freesia, and the sugar. It's so sweet. It's wonderful. You know me. I love my coconuts. I love my vanillas. And speaking of which, here's two more. There's the bubble bath that I always talk about that I use for multiple purposes. And this was the Sunkissed Coconut, which is the one, the summer scents that they brought. And then this is the classic scent, which is the vanilla cream bubble bath. And these are excellent for, as a bubble bath, as a shower gel, as you can use them for cleaning. They're all different kinds of things you can use these for. I may redo that video. You could go back like from 2 to 3 years where I made the video where I talked about all the multiple uses for the Avon Senses body wash. It's unbelievable, or it's the bubble bath. It's unbelievable all the different uses, whether it's as a bubble bath, as a body wash, as a moisturizing, um, bath product, as you can use it as a hand wash, because I actually fill some. I have one bathroom that I had before I went into the salon, but I had one bathroom that I usually would have clients use, and in that one, I always had one that had a label. I had a hand wash. I would have a label. That's where the one I just showed a minute ago with the pump. But the other ones in our other bathrooms are one I think is from a set that, like an old set that my husband gave me, that has I just been reusing the bottle. I'm just using it up with this, and then my husband has a generic one that's just from Dollar Tree, and it has no label on nothing, and I just fill it up with this. And then I also have it by the sink in the kitchen, and I use it for dishes. I use it for like all different kinds of things. They're excellent. They're a great deal. And they last a really long time, and they're highly, highly concentrated. So okay, so let's get on to. Okay, so another product. This is like their vanilla shower gel. This is almost the same formula as that bubble bath, but this is great because it's travel, and you can put it in the hook. The hook in the shower. It's very convenient. And if you want to extend, like if you want to like instead of getting two, you can get this one and that one. And actually, it's a great little gift set for somebody to have. Like, oh, here's the shower gel, here's the bubble. But they're interchangeable. They're excellent. But it's a nice little gift set that you can make. I've made like gift baskets with this one and that one, and they're excellent. Okay, so there's still a few of these left up in the clearance section of my website. This was from last holiday. I always tend to get a lot of these, my favorite scents, when they're like discontinuing from past seasons, because I can get them very low priced with my discount. So let's say if this was brought out when it was may have been like $14 when it was last holiday season, the frosted vanilla honey cake. Um, and maybe it was $14. Then on my website, it's like maybe $7.99, $8.99, something like that. And of course, then as a rep with my discount, it's way even less. So then I'm really saving. So that's what I tend to do with things like this. I use this to help get rid of the cooking smells in the kitchen. I have ones in the bathroom to help with bathroom odors. Husband's bathroom, my bathroom, the called the client bathroom. Um, but now that's not going to be a client bathroom anymore because I'm now doing people at the salon. But it's still like a little guest bathroom, a little powder room. So I always have one in there too. So it's just nice to freshen up the air. Even though it's a body spray, I just, spray it. It's also good in the kitchen for cooking. Okay, so Stridex pads, these are excellent. I've talked about these many times before. These are alcohol free, and these are excellent. I use it in my T-zone. I still very oily. I guess I'm lucky as a 6-year-old lady. I don't have, I still have some dry areas. It's more like oily combination as opposed to before when I was total oil. But yeah, maybe it's a combination of wearing so much makeup. I just don't know. But I'm lucky because there are people who wear as much makeup as me and their skin is dry. And they don't have the acne issues that I have. And they're much younger than me. They could be in their late 20s. Just depends on your skin. So these are excellent. After I wash my face or after I take my makeup off, I'll use one of these Stridex pads, use it in my T-zone, and work it in, and wherever I have, especially here, this area here, nose, around here, forehead, especially in this area. I can get as many blackheads in this area, and this area, and this area as on my nose, or whiteheads even. And it's like a clarifying. clarifies the skin. So then when I put a light moisturizer on, it you know, nothing is breaking me out. Everything's working well. And since I found these, it's been excellent. So, okay, so this was part of, there's a 3-piece bond set that I've talked about in a couple other videos, that I buy in they have a travel kit box from L'Oreal. You can either buy it in Ulta, the main stores, or the main Ulta stores, or online. That's where I've been finding them. Maybe you can also get it from L'Oreal.com, I just don't know. But I started doing this bond repair treatment. Um, this, I think, originally was, actually, I do know, it was originally a professional treatment. It was one of those things that we did in salons only. And there are many different conditioning treatments, deep conditioning treatments, gloss treatments, clarifying scalp treatments, all different kinds of treatments that we do in the salon. But what I've noticed with many of these companies like L'Oreal that has professional as well as pedestrian, or would you say commercial, or in the drugstores, in the Walmart, in the regular stores, they'll start out with something in the salon world first, right? And then bring it into the mainstream, make it be available. It's not cheap, it's not inexpensive, but it's still a great treatment. So they had a pre-shampoo. It's almost like it's kind of the consistency of a conditioner. It's a pre-shampoo treatment. Then you shampoo your hair with their shampoo that goes with this kit. And then after wash it twice and then use their conditioner. It's almost like conditioner, shampoo twice, and it's a very conditioning shampoo as well. And then use rinse, repeat, then use their conditioner. And it's amazing. Now, I found that the day that I use it, my hair is very flat. It's like the flattest, straightest that my hair has ever been. It's almost like too straight. I couldn't get it to, I wouldn't be able to have it stay like the second day or whatever. It's almost too flat, but it's very, very soft, and it helps with the softness because my hair naturally is very coarse, and especially with all the coloring and highlights and the coarseness from having gray underneath this color, when you can color over gray, but that does not change the texture of the gray. Okay, if that makes any sense. So if you're older, the texture gets more, some people, their hair gets more limp as they go gray, and some people, their hair gets more wiry and coarse and frizzy, and that's what my hair's done, okay? So that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm recording this on a good hair day, and actually, to tell you the truth, like, this little patches make me crazy, because that is not good. But for the most part, like I said, it's the second day, still fairly good, held well, and while it's looking good, before we get another rainstorm, before I go frizzy, before I turn into a pumpkin, I'm going to, I want to film, So this treatment actually is very good because it actually keeps my hair much softer, because if I didn't use it, I found I was starting to get some more breakage, lots of short pieces, lots of baby hairs, lots more pieces, like, so if I'm trying to grow this out, I start to have like more like shorter pieces because they break off, and you go in the shower and you have more handfuls of hair. It's just a fact, and especially when you're older, that's a case. So, and the hair naturally thins. So I've been using as well. So another thing I've been doing, I've been mixing it in with my Not Your Mother's line, which is excellent for helping the hair grow and maintaining the strength as well. This is the Not Your Mother's Way to Grow shampoo, Not Your Mother's conditioner. So what I've done, my version of this is pre-treat with this, take the shampoo that goes with this, mix it in with this one, as well as my Dr. Groot, which is also good for helping replace or helping stimulate the growth in the scalp, which is sold on my website. It's an excellent product to help hair grow back, for thinning. and wash it twice with that, and then takes the conditioner that goes with this, with the conditioner with this, and the Not Your Mother's or not the Dr. Groot serum. Mix that all together, work that in as a conditioner, and that's, we're talking here. This is how it sounds like a lot, but it's a commitment, and long, especially keeping your hair looking healthy and longer hair, and having it look what I would call young, because the texture, it really helps with the dryness and the texture, because a lot of people don't realize that when you see someone who's older, say 40 and up, 45 and up, 50 and up, it's not only a skin texture thing, it's also the hair texture. And so been doing all these things to have my hair look shinier, healthier, younger, maintaining everything to the way that I like it to look, And so as a hair expert, beauty expert, these are the things I've been doing. So, and then one more thing is the serum, the Paris serum. I bought these samples. I think I talked about this last time. This is something that's sold on my website. It's usually a tall, thin bottle. But I bought a bunch of samples, and these are excellent little travel things, as well as these are serums that I mix in with. I'll mix it in with my moisture therapy hand cream or my moisture therapy cream, not the hand cream, but the main moisturizer that I work in with my face. And then I work this in with other moisturizers that I have, and it's like boost up that power of the moisturizer to help with the cell renewal and help with, just makes your moisturizer work so much better. And so that, skin looks fresh, dewy, alive, and makes all the difference, So, yeah, these are these are some of my tried and true favorites, and they really make a difference. Now, my hair is very, I just went through this with a customer who has very thin, she has fine hair, but she has a lot of it, but she colors it. But she for some reason thought that she needed to use all these very heavy conditioning things, and she was wondering why her hair was getting so much greasier. Well, the thing is that, and she thought she needed repairing. I said, you only color your hair. Your hair is in overall good condition. You don't need to repair anything. What are you repairing? My hair that has the texture grows out already dry, coarse, frizzy, and I color it and I highlight. People like me need repairing, okay? And I blow dry it straighter, and then I use a curling iron. She's more wash and go. I said, you're not doing any kind of repairing. What are you repairing? So you don't need all that. So these are the products that work for my type of hair. If I was seeing you in my salon and seeing your type of hair, I could say, everything that I talk about that works for my hair, I might tell you a whole bunch of other products that might work for your type of hair. But these are what work for me, because this is all my hair and skin, and as well as my skin and face issues. Not many 60-year-olds have oily skin like this. I will say my hair has changed, so in that way, that's more typical of my age. But, like I said, I'm fighting it, I'm working on it, and doing the best I can with it. But that's also why I enjoy wearing the wigs, because when they make the wigs the hair looks very shiny, as well as the hair extension hair. The hair extension hair is very shiny, and you can tell I'll just say it, a younger person's hair. And even though the color matches, it makes my hair shinier. It makes my hair much more conditioned. Same thing with the wigs. I love the look of the wigs because they're really shiny, and it looks like how my hair used to be when I was, say, 25. So anyway, just some tips like that. So you can always message me anytime. Or comment below. But I also, in my link tree, I have all my social media, as well as I have contact information if people want to make appointments. If they want to do consultation appointments, my email's there. And we can set up a Zoom, or we can set up times where you can, I can either recommend things from my website, my Avon website, or if you don't want to use those products, I can recommend other brands' products. Like I recommended Biolage to that client that had the fine hair. But still color treated, still needs to use color treated, but still, because Biolage is much better for fine hair, I find, and it gives a nice balance between being conditioning as well as not weighing fine hair down. Same thing with a few other lines of Matrix, but yeah, Matrix, I find Matrix is better for finer hair. Matrix on me dries my hair out, not the best. But it's all relative, and we all have different skin, we all have different hair, and it's what works for it. So these are some of my favorites. Now, one last thing before I go off is Avon did come out with a new shampoo and conditioner, damage care treatments. Once again, perfect for me. I really like this product. I really liked how it worked on my hair. My only complaint with it is that it now, of course, you think most girls love the smell of roses. I love roses when they're being given to me. Okay, I love roses, but I usually don't like products that smell like roses in the shower, on my hair, on my skin. But this overall, it's mixed with rice water, and it has does have a floral scent for the shampoo and the conditioner. But this was actually quite good, and they come in pretty big sized bottles, so it's worth a try. And if you have a damaged hair issue, and then we also have some other ones. We have some other ones I'm going to try out too. I'm just getting samples, and so they've replaced a lot of their hair care products, bringing new things in. And some things I liked from the older things, some things I really loved and I wish they'd kept, and then some things I wasn't all that keen on. So I'm trying to try everything that's new just to see it, as well as trying it on my clients. So I'm excited for this, because it's always nice to have something for damage hair, damaged hair that I sell from my website, because for a while there we didn't have anything like that. And I always like to put that out there if you wanted to support me in that way. So I was on my link tree, has my Avon website. It has the Welcome 10 link for 10% off if you would order these or anything else, or the Dr. Groot. Dr. Groot I have my husband using, in addition to the Nioxin products, which are excellent for maintaining thinning hair, keeping it so he doesn't thin anymore, and making his own hair, the hair that he has, look fuller. And it's excellent for men. And then we have some other products that are excellent for scalp and hair, that are available on my website as well. So, I try to show a little bit of everything, as far as, some Avon stuff, some non-Avon stuff, some professional products, some commercial products, and try to give a wide overview of everything I use. Because some things work really great. Some commercial products for me work better than professional, and some professional products work better. Some things from my Avon website work great too. So just a little bit of everything, And so anyway, all my information's in my link tree. So if you want to set up a consultation, if you want to email me, about my email's in there. If you want to set up, where it says set up an appointment, my email's there. So everything, contact info for other deals, the code for the hair extensions. There's numerous things on my link tree. And as well as my other social media. So there's some people who don't have other social media, but you wouldn't be able to be on here if you didn't have an email. So anyway, contact me anyway, and one way or the other. So as always, if you like this video, don't forget to hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload more videos. Okay? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.